Ladies and gentlemen, lads and lasses, non-binary masses, welcome back to another episode of Skylander Honesty Half Hour. If I was supposed to have more energy, but I feel a little sick today, or tomorrow. It's like 11:36, so I guess tomorrow. I feel a little sick tomorrow, and I am a little tad annoyed because I had previously recorded an episode. I'll just say it anyway. I know I'm probably gonna have to redo it again at some point, but I did an episode of Taekwon Crow, and I realized, oh, I didn't upload it yet, so maybe I should put it out, only to see that I have not that the video was not showing up in my files at all, and I don't know what happened to it. The video is just non-existent. All the other stuff I recorded is there, but not Taekwon Crow, so I'm really bummed out. I gotta come back to him at some point later, but not yet. If you don't know what the series is about, the series is inspired by the wonderful, now retired Crash to Skylands YouTuber where I spin a random wheel and then I spin a random wheel. It decides what kind of Skylander I play, and I play that Skylander for 30 minutes, and I give my review at the end and put him on a tier list that I decided to put on to kind of make it easier to memorize and upload the full thing later. Yeah. Last episode, since Taekwon Crow isn't there, last episode we had Tidepool and we gave her a 4-star. She was just really weak as a character, and as a quick shot, she just seems to be really weak. But maybe that'll be changed. Maybe we'll get another Imaginator Sensei, or maybe we'll get someone new. We'll find out in this episode, so let's get right to the wheel. Now, I'm really hoping that I don't get Imaginator Sensei at the same time, because that would mean I'm doing 4 senseis in a row, and I really want to get to play some other games. Like, no offense. So, we're gonna spin the wheel. Oh, it is. Oh, that was Rocky Roll. Love Rocky Roll. Wallop. I do not own Wallop. I need to get Wallop. I need to get Wallop or Head Rush. I need to finish getting 8 Trap Masters so I can kind of 100% through, or at least 98% through my Trap Team profile. I bought Nightmare actually. I went to my comic store the other day, and I got a couple of new Skylanders, specifically a lot of Trap Team Skylanders. I got Nightmare and Shortcut, so now I got my Dark and Undead Trap Masters finally, and I got High Five for a really good price. I got High Five, man. I won all the free-to-play Skylanders. Those are some of my the free-to-play trio are some of my favorites, and I like High Five. I think I gave High Five 4, I believe. And I played through them and maxed them out. Yeah, really happy that I got High Five for a good price. Like it's so hard to find High Five. Now I need Fling Kong and Flip Wreck and Bat Spin. I'd also finally got a new replacement for Voodoo. Then with an intact axe. I got Funny Bone as well. Happy to have Funny Bone. My mother reacted to Funny Bone in a funny way, where it's like, it looks like a cross between Golem and Wookie. And Wookie's my little my Silky Terrier dog, who just happens to look like a rat. And Series 2 Flameslinger. So I got some good Skylanders. I know I'm supposed to get to the gameplay now, but I just wanted to talk about that because I love the fact that my comic shop still has these Skylanders available after 2 months of not going there. So let's get right to it. Wallop. A lot of people might be wondering, why would you want a physical Trap Master when you could just use the emulation? And my answer to that is it's kind of a drag since I have to open up a tab, manually click through. It's just easier with the portal switching. I mean, that's the whole point. Like, if you want to switch characters, you take them off the portal, put another one on. That hard. It's a lot more tedious when going through files to look for the character. So we have Wallop.
Pound for pound, the best.
I believe I went his top path. Yes. Because Wallop is known for one thing and one thing only. Wallop, wallop, wallop. Wallop, wallop, wallop. Yeah, this is hammer toss. This hammer toss is actually really nice. This is like, you know, like everyone loves Wallop for one thing and one thing only. And it's literally this. And then you have that, like you have that after effect move that kind of goes on afterward. I know that's from the top pass. What was his? Okay, yeah, his third ability is interesting. Was it? I don't think it locked onto anything.
Making an impact.
So yeah, we have Titanium Hammer, we have Hammer Toss. Hammers collide. Yeah, I think this will be it'll be interesting. New Titanium Hammers do extra damage, so I think the reason I think I would prefer Head Rush. Hot take. Hot take. I would prefer Head Rush because I think Head Rush is. I think I'm a masochist because I like how difficult and intriguing she is as a character, and I find I humor the singing move a lot. If there was ever a Skylanders remake, if there was like ever a new Skylander 7, I think, and they were bringing back Skylanders from all 6 of the games, I would choose Head Rush as like the Trap Team Earth representative, because and just make her better. I need to acknowledge that. So we're gonna go do Monster Marsh. The Monster Marsh. Graveyard Marsh. We're gonna do the Monster Marsh. I gotta talk. I'm just like kind of sick. I'm having like a tough time swallowing. It feels weird to swallow. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I was going to do. I was going to upload the Nuzlocke collaboration I did with my friends, Viscount Serpy, who was down to play emulated Sky. Like I had a tough time trying to ask people if they wanted to do a Skylanders club, because like everyone I know, especially online, everyone I know, fucking does not know Skylanders. Like it's like lost. You know, like the creepypasta of like Candle Island. You know how it's like people never heard of that show, but somehow you know it? A Mandela effect? That's what it is. That is what it was. Like, no one I knew seemed to know Skylanders but me. And so it was really hard to talk about it. And I still have a tough time talking about it. Ow. I still have a hard time talking to Skylanders about people, because like, even the other day when my friends were talking about like stuff they got as kids, with McDonald's, I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't get like McDonald's Happy Meals. Just with like I do an empty, and they were talking about McDonald's Happy Meals toys. I would love to talk about that conversation if we do podcast again. And I remember saying I didn't get that many Happy Meal toys from what I remember. I remember like getting the Pokemon card Happy Meals. I remember that was one of them. And then I brought up, I remember, I 100% remember getting Skylander Happy Meals. And I just hear Dude kind of like groan. And I know Dude means well, but like, I think ever since I was like open about talking about Skylanders with them, started making content about it, they kind of just like see this more childish side of me. And I just hear Dude. I didn't call him out, but I hear Dude like groan, like, oh. Because I remember like when it was when they first did collaborations with like Swap Force. And I used to have some of the McDonald's toys. Like I had the McDonald's. I had the McDonald's Chompy toy. Right, I think you just roll the Chompy and he go nom 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 nom. And then the Free Ranger. I never understood how the Free Ranger toy worked, but until the last time I had used it, the last time I had it before losing it, because it was a top. I think it was pretty much a top, but I didn't know how it fucking worked. But essentially I had to roll the thing, the ball at the bottom, and then then I guess I placed it on top and then it'd spin. But I didn't get that. I didn't understand that when I first had it. So there was that. I didn't have any of the. I know they did Buff Force and Trap Team. I don't know if they did Superchargers ever. But for Trap Team, I think I only had the Oh, you know what else I had? I had the Chop Chop toy. I think I had a couple of the Swap Force. When they did this up with Swap Force, I had the Chop Chop, I had the Chompy, I had Free Ranger. What else was there? Might have had Gill Grunt. There might have been a Gill Grunt one as well, where he shoots out his harpoon. Yeah, I had a couple of them. And then I had, for Trap Team, I had the Wolfgang one, and the Wolfgang one was pretty mediocre. Like, despite being a cool villain, the Wolfgang toy was mediocre, because, again, it'd be like a Chompy, but you roll him around, and he's just kind of like strumming his fucking guitar, which I never understood. Even as a kid, I never understood, how is that a guitar?
Chaos.
How is that a guitar?
Rage
I'm never understood. Anyway, we're already like 11 minutes in, and I'm talking about the McDonald's stuff.
Cuckoo Clocker. Chef Pepperjack.
We're kind of clearing with Wallop as well. We haven't had like crazy. I should have done Chomp Chest. Should have done the Chomp Chest fight. Because this level doesn't really have as many fights. Now that I think about it, doesn't have this many fights until the end, which is like a whole arena battle with Dreamcatcher. I do think it sucks that all the Doom Raiders weren't senseis. They didn't return as senseis. And instead of replacing said villains with Doom Raider, I think they could have just added extra slots and make it even, so it's like four new playable sensei, 4 new senseis in each slot. So yeah, okay, I keep forgetting I have to hold it, and this is like, look, I'm kind of like shredding. I can't shred him. You just hold this move and you just obliterate. Obliterate. That's like all people really do as Wallop. You know? I don't know if people ever use his other moves. He's like, God, I want to talk about the Taekwondo Crow. Can I talk about Taekwondo Crow? Like, he's another kind of like brain dead mash one button character. And I talked about Taekwondo Crow, where it's like, I see the appeal, but I don't see it personally for me. Because I gave Taekwondo Crow a 5-star. I'm gonna put it right there, put it out right there. I gave Taekwondo Crow a 5-star for the fact of how easy, fun, and simple he is as a character. And I especially love the buzzer beak move in particular. And I said, like, that's like some stuff I like, and I get how simple and funny it is, but his kid is like not personally for me. I had to be like point out that I had some bias. Like, I don't like that. Characters like Drobot don't like. Characters like Drobot and Taekwondo Crow don't really like pop out to me, because if you're playing a character and you only use the one move, you don't like use anything else that they have to offer, it repetitive, and it's boring. And even then, I still gave him a 5-star because, like, oh yeah, I don't like it, but if it works, and there is charm in simplicity. There is plenty of charm in the simplicity.
Many say this village is cursed. So much
I
luck. To me, though,
I'm probably gonna give Wallop a good review as well. Right? I probably would give him a good review as well. Because again, I can't really be biased. I realized I was being biased, and I'm not understanding the actual appeal of things.
make more
I don't want my bias to get in the way of the reviews to like point out like, yeah, these characters do what they're meant to do. And I do quite like Wallop in design.
believe in your
He's one of the more interesting trap masters. But I would also rate him in like my bottom. My bottom 16. Cause you have to
We're through the swamp now.
believe me.
This way.
I say like trap team. I feel like I should make a whole ranting YouTube short about it, where it's like a lot of trap masters are boring, and I feel like there's not that many actual entertaining trap masters, despite trap teams like main appeal being trap masters into trap crystals, and how like they try to promote the use of trap masters with like the elemental gates and the boss fights. We're gonna do ice cream because we didn't fight round chest, but this should be fine.
Skylanders of the magic element are stronger in this zone.
So how much does this do? 66. Oh, I can hold it. Okay, I can hold it, but the accuracy is a little tough. Oh my god, he just shreds. 166 damage per hit. Just shreds them. Like work. I wonder what would that be like if I put it on someone like Golden Queen. They have the Golden Queen's slow level though. I don't think I don't think I would have enough time even with an episode to kind of go through and deal with Golden Queen. I gotta fight I-5. Who wins? I-5 or Wallop? They both do the same thing. Yeah, this move is like really strong, and then like you can hold it, and then you have this like after effect there. Look, it like shredded that dude. I want to try and use this. Can these hit these dudes? No. But it sends that dude flying. Okay, so it crits for 166. Look. Really easy to turn your brain off. I wanna... So you can hold it. What? Wait, does it do... Hold on. Oh, it gets big. Look how fat my hammer is. Take my fat hammer. Okay, that's why. And... Right. Okay, yeah, none of this stuff is really bad at all. It's... None of it's really bad. Oh my god. Oh wait, shit. Oh fuck this Nozzler, no. Oh god damn you, high five, no. God damn it. Okay. Okay. It's on hard mode, the Snozzlers are evil. I don't know what to tell you.
Pound for pound, the
What else? Yeah, what was that? Is it... Oh, is it... Oh, it's the Soul Gem. Full day to charge the hammer toss and make super hammers. I see. So what did bottom path do? Tossed hammers now shoot titanium shrapnel on impact. Hammers collide, attack, create a bigger explosion that does extra damage. So, Okay, so it's not bad. So if you wanted to play a more ranged way, if you wanted to play a zoner style with Wallop, which feels kind of nigh impossible with how his whole system plays out, you could do this, and I don't think that move is particularly bad either. Oh, look at that! Yeah, damage over time from the shrapnel. That sounds pretty good. You know what would make the Trap Masters more appealing to me actually, now that I think about it? I feel like if you wanted to make the Trap Masters more appealing, you should have make them Lycors. And I don't know how that would possibly work, because I think because most of the budget was going into those fucking chunks of plastic anyway. But wouldn't it be sick if they had made like the Trap Masters Lycor? Because they discontinued the Lycor series after Soft Wars. Because they were like, okay, we can't do this anymore. We got all these traps we gotta work on now. So, okay, yeah, we're gonna do an arena battle. He shreds. He 100% shreds. Like this move. Like this doesn't, because I'm just tapping it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And it's like, okay, but you can get that same amount just from holding when you do his top half. Damn. Shredding him. Okay, I wanna try and get these. Oh, it one-tapped them. It's just like the accuracy is a little difficult. The accuracy with this move is just a little. 264 for maxed damage. Okay. He just shreds them. Damn, that's some work. Bye-bye, broccoli guy. We killed broccoli guy, dude. 89 damage a tick. Wait, was Fisticuffs ever a playable? Was Fisticuffs ever an enemy you could fight, or no? I don't think so. Him and Rage Mage were not like were not enemies you could fight after their boss stuff. Like the shield shredders and whatnot. Yeah, you just like turn your brain off. I'm like turning my brain off talking. Because it's easy work just doing this. Like, damn. It sucks. It's like, it's truth that like, you don't have... It's truth that like his other abilities are just kind of pointless. Like, that does 50. Why would I want to do that when I could just do that? Why would I? Look, he's already dead. I turned him like a minced meat. He's like... What the fuck? Why would I want to, like, and plus, like, I'm vulnerable, because, like, I'm throwing a hammer. I can't go in, like... Just do. Like, that's strong. That is 100% strong, but then I'm vulnerable. And, like, the accuracy is not, like, it's hard to kind of depict the accuracy. You just don't want to sacrifice your hammers at all with this kit. Damn. Like, he's already dead. Dude, Wallop is covered in blood. He's covered in blood. It does... I remember seeing a conversation talking about how, like, mediocre the Skylander content is. Like, how scarce it is, right? Because it's, like, a lot of videos talking about, oh, why did the Skylander series die? Or, look at these Nuzlocks. Or, a tier list. Like, it is a stale... It is a stale and scarce section of gaming, because that's all people ever talk about now. It's like, oh, it's a nostalgia game that failed miserably because Activision was greedy and it was overwhelming to have all these figurines. I feel like at that point, yeah, I fucking get it. I fucking get it at that point, but why there's so many videos talking about the same thing? I want videos talking about like why this character is such an inspiration to me. There's a person out there, I can't remember their name, but their whole personality like kins. I don't remember what kinning is, but it's like they pretty much like they embody and just like personally vibe with the character and this person, and I think it's the dopest thing I've ever seen because I don't see people kin the character. They kin Fling Kong. Did I just lose both the shape? Did I just lose both the shape because I was talking about? Really? Oh my god. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, like this person kins Fling Kong and they have made like a bunch of Fling Kong art and they just like remember they shared a picture. It was like, oh, of like there's of like them like, oh, look at me eating my pizza with Fling Kong. It's like, oh, that is cute. I love that. There's two different Reddits there's three different Reddits focused on Skylanders. One of them is Skylanders, just like straight up Skylander subreddit. And I learned I don't take well to like LGBT headcanon and stuff like the artistic side of Skylander, because a lot of the artists are like LGBT supportive. And one of the things I remember seeing was like trans masculine paraffin, which I thought was also pretty dope to see. Like, okay, I like that. I like the art because they were making art for it as well. No, 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 no. I just saw the Shredknot. Fuck. Shredknot actually might be a counter for Wallop. It's like, damn, I just like kind of went through that. I just kind of went through that. So yeah, there's that, and so then then there's the other Skylander subreddit, where it's like, what's that arena? I don't know if I want to do another arena. I think I want to kind of like talk about the Reddits really quick. Then there's the more artistic LGBT supported Reddit of Skylanders, which is r/Portal Masters, and that's where like you see all that stuff that kind of gets away from all the homophobia, sexism, and whatnot. Because I don't look at the comments too much, but when I do, it's like, oh, these people are assholes. So seeing r/Portal Masters kind of be more supportive on that kind of subject is nice to see. And then there's r/Skylander selling, because people kept coming to the main Skylander subreddit to see if like anyone's selling this character, or make a post saying like, how much is this worth, or hey, I'm selling this. Like they have to be they then are corrected to, hey, go to Skylanders r/Skylander selling. And that's where I found out there's people who do auction shows for Skylanders. That's how I got like a good majority of some of the figures now. Like I have Enigma, Pinata, Eyebrow, Crusher, and Bouncer, all cause of it. Flashwing, I also got Flashwing on there. I got a couple of them. Some were good, some were bad. It's kind of hard to tell. I think it just gets worse because of shipping. Shipping's a bitch. Especially on Whatnot. It's Whatnot. That's the auction side. I can't use it as much because I realized, oh man, the shipping is like taking a toll on my money. I can't afford to be ordering all this shit if there's a bunch of shipping there. So yeah, that. But yeah, back to the Fling Kong person. I wonder if I can find him. I wonder, because I really did like their Fling Kong stuff. It was really cute. I think that's the coolest thing I could see. Someone kin the Skylander. That's also like not a crazy popular one like Fling Kong. And I remember sharing a tier list of like all the Skylanders I've done for so far, and they saw like, oh yeah, let's go Fling Kong. There's like 4. Like yeah, because Fling Kong's He's just held back by his symbol. I don't remember what else I said about King Kong in my review though, but I definitely know his symbol is something that holds him back. Hold on. Guy Girl 999, I think that is it. Oh look, they have a blue sky. There. Rebecca Random. That is who they are. Yeah. Maybe they don't kin Fling Kong, but at the same time, they just like post a lot about Fling Kong. I just have to put respect to that. Guy Girl. Rebecca Random. Random sounds like a really cool last name for a fictional character. Sylvester Random. Brandon Random. Dude, my favorite JoJo character, Brandon Random. No, Random sounds like a stage name for like a pop star, for like a pop rock musician. Random. Dude, Random would be a psychedelic. Oh my god, I have a vision. Random is like a psychedelic western song. Please, someone make like a. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be like a psychedelic, western styled song. What would psycho western? Psycho cowboy? Psychedelic. What's a psycho western? No, because it has to be like, it has to be a name that fits. Like, it can't be psycho western. That sounds like a horror. It sounds more like a horror genre of like murderous slaughter cowboys. What's a good name for just psychedelic western music? Psychedelic western music, dude. Please. Oh yeah, because spaghetti western. Spaghetti western is like is a music genre, like kind of like it's the stuff like you hear like na 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 war na 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 that kind of music. I remember making a song, and it will probably never be released, but it was Western Dead Walking, I think it was called. It's been a while, but it was a saloon. My goal, and it's still there, I'm sure. And the way it sounded was a psychedelic, or not psychedelic, my bad, but it was a saloon style kind of song about zombies coming from the dead in a western towns. So it kind of starts off as like both a boy and an old lady kind of come in. They seem related. They're kind of asking for like water and food when entering a tavern, and they both get denied. And you can try to play it out in your mind. Then kind of like afterwards, stuff kind of goes awry. Like water is drying up, the crops and cattle were dying, and it was starting to getting bad. And then after that, then it's like zombies start coming from the nearby graveyard, and they're attacking the whole town. Oh shit, how did it get? It's like, yeah. Dun 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 dun. 2 days ago, it was all fine. That old lady came in, she was asking to dine. Though she was broke, all the folks said no. I can't remember the lyrics, but then the chorus was like, get up, wake up, the dead are waking, get dressed, get boots, wait, hold on. Get up and get dressed. I can't remember the chorus anymore. Oh fuck, it's been too long. Dressed, wake up, get dressed, da 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 da. Wait, no, was it? Get dressed, wake up, get dressed. Wake up, get out the dead awaking. Get dressed, get boots. They're all breaking in. Go through, stop back, and it's still the west. No. No, I remember I wanted to make a kind of a tied-in universe with my songs as well. So another song I had, it was a bit longer, but it was kind of more like it was a lot more story-based. Came in like a hurricane. I think that was the name of the song. It was like there was a song called Came in Like a Hurricane. That my teacher had shown me. And she was like, yeah, reminds me of this song. It was like, it talked about the perspective of, it was a song talking about people experiencing Hurricane Katrina, which was a really big storm that we had in Louisiana. The whole reason why we have Ruby Slipper. So yeah, we have that, and we had that, and I think that was the song, but it was more kind of a based on a recently freed slave. Yeah, like slavery had just ended, and it was a recently freed slave who was then soon, like immediately, like framed for the murder of his master that he had nothing to do with. He had no idea who killed him. No one's gonna know who killed him. But the idea is that after he gets in prison, he's like about to starve to death because the warden's not like he's in jail and he's like slowly dying at this point. And he starts seeing ghosts, and the ghost is like, I can make you a deal. You can haunt. I'll let you know who the killer, the guy who framed you, was for killing your ex-master, and you can haunt him for the rest of the days, or it was like a curse, something like that. And it was, yeah, it was essentially, it was the perspective of like the slave and talking about about like how he got into jail in the first place. I know I'm rambling. I think I'm rambling a little bit too much now. Yeah, 37 minutes. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that. I went down memory lane for a moment there. Gotta stop being the Wallop episode and more about stuff that just never, things that just cease to be. I probably could have made more music, but there was just some stuff that fell through, and I just like, I don't want to do it anymore at that point. I'm sure it'd be fun to do it again, but I would need a proper team to do it at that point. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna give my ranking to Wallop for 1 sec. So Wallop. So when it comes to Wallop, I think he is. Hold on. I have the update. I gotta update. Ignore this. My tier list had to be set. So I had to put everything. I'm trying to put everything back. So I will. But this is just like there for now. But there's Tycoon Crow. I put him in S, or I put him in 5. Because he was really simple. He made everything work despite me not like personally being into it. So with Wallop, I feel like he's kind of just like Taekwon Crow, but weaker. If you get my drift, I feel like that he has plenty of stuff that he's really strong and good. The hammers, they do a lot of damage, and you don't necessarily need to use them. You can if you want. It's just really optional. And with Taekwon Crow, what separated him with Taekwon Crow is that Taekwon Crow can use his shurikens, and he can only use his shurikens if you really wanted to. But with Taekwon Crow, you can also summon Buzzerbeak, and Buzzerbeak is really great to use and fun, as well as the Flame Kick. The Flame Kick's all right? Like what can I say? It's more just like there to set up your shurikens for them to do more damage, because that's at the end of the day, you probably want them to do more damage. You want damage. You want to shred through your enemies and fucking feel almighty. You're a Skylander. You're supposed to be a hero and everything. So, Taekwondo does that great. Like, you don't need to use it necessarily. It's just like an option you can use. With Wallop, it's not like that. Both his secondary and third move are difficult to hit. Like, it's very hard, difficult to hit. They don't lock on, per se. And the hitboxes don't seem too wide. I'd say his third ability is a little bit better because it can hit a bunch of enemies that are in front of you. But then there are some cons when using your other abilities, where it's like, I can use these two abilities, but the issue is I'm then vulnerable to any kind of attack because I don't have my hammers on me anymore. I have tossed one hammer up into the air and now I can't use my primary to do any of that. And it's same with the third ability, where you throw both of your hammers, right? Now you gotta wait like a second to then go and use your primary again. And in some of the easier modes, it's alright to do that because you're Wallop. You're just kind of bump, 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 bump. But with harder difficulties like hard and nightmare, then it kind of starts being a little difficult to do, because with bosses, they're gonna hurt like hell. Especially high five fucking. I mean, I was being reckless, to be honest. I was being reckless. That's on me. But with high five, he like does a lot of damage anyway. And then there's like all the Doom Raider bosses that make it so it's a bullet hell, so you kind of have to use your range moves. And with Wallop, his range moves kind of have a cooldown going on. You can't abuse it like some others, like Lobstar or I guess Lobstar is really like one of the best options when it comes to ranged bullet hells. I think Kaboom's also alright, but we're not going to talk about Kaboom yet until we get to his episode. So I'm gonna just like safely put Wallop at a 4-star. And this might just be my bias speaking, but he doesn't really offer too much. Like, it's just like that whole episode, I just turned my brain off and I was just mainly talking about things that I like talking about instead of actually talking about the character, because there wasn't much to talk about the character in the first place. And I don't think that's anything wrong. I think you can like Wallop. The thing is, he just doesn't feel, he just like has a lot of cons to him that just has not a lot of cons. So let me tell you about it. He has some cons that make it kind of a pain in the ass to play him. You just have the one move that you can use, especially if you go in with a top half like I did. It's like, yeah, I just shred, but the rest of my abilities don't really, and the rest of my abilities doesn't matter if I have them, if I went bottom path or not. They kind of hold me back, and it like just lacks all that potential to be 5-star. Like he's Mr. Potential Man. Taekwondo Crow, I really want to I need to redo an episode of Taekwondo Crow in the future. Because like Taekwondo Crow, I feel like it does a lot of these things that I pointed out with Wallop earlier, where it's like, I can just mash my primary and get a lot of work done, but I can make it my primary even better because I have a secondary that creates that flame wall and shooting my projectiles through to do even more damage and make it more fun. And the buzzer beak stuff is really useful. Like I love minion characters as well, so it doesn't really help that I like having my own little group of minions to do my bidding, especially buzzer beak. Buzzer beak was such a creative idea. So yeah, Wallop is a 4-star. I think I've said enough. I gotta fix my whole tier list again, which is really annoying, but you know, that's how it works. Hold on, let's just put you. So that's it. This was episode, I don't even know what episode this was. I should consider this like, what, episode 23? No, episode 24. I guess this will be episode 24. Taekwondo Crow episode is just not there. I have to redo them in the future. I just have to. It kind of sucks. Yeah, that's really it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoy. I'm sorry for my rambling at the end of that episode here. Expect more Honesty half hours. I'm probably gonna try and record in a bunch of in a group, so that way. I know I was like kind of against that earlier, but I just like am so inconsistent with these episodes. I feel like I should just do it, and I should just try and like do it in groups and have them episodes come out for the next 2 months. And we'll just see what goes on from there. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I do. I know I'm missing out on playing some other games. I recently did some videos on the Trees Hate Me game in the South of Midnight. And I just checked the South of Midnight VOD, the full 8-hour gameplay. Has 25 views, which is weird. No, 23 views, which is weird because there's no interaction with it. I don't think it got dislikes, but it doesn't have likes either. And I don't know who is watching it. It might be just in the background or people, which probably is most likely a good thing. I think I would prefer it being in the background. So, yeah. I won't hold y'all for any longer. I know that I'm on Dew's channel. If you want to check out Dew's stuff, Dew's been posting some clips recently that feature me, and not to say that like, oh, you should just check out the videos that feature Jam only. No, but I do say I think you should check out Dew and everyone else in V Universe's content. We recently uploaded a new episode for the podcast, just talking about where everyone's been, and I think everyone should check that out personally. So yeah, I think that's about it. Hustle Beast, Chow, Audio, Sayonara. Goodbye and have a good one. Peace.